This is about a dream I had last night. In the dream, I was in my congregation fellowship, Beit Yeshua, and I was taking care of a newborn girl, and I was singing to her to soothe her, and held her for a long time. And then, a lady in the congregation handed me a bottle to feed her, and then the Scottish guy came in, thinking he was too late for me to be his girl. Then I told him that she needs a home, and saying how I wish I could adopt her. And then he said, "Why not?" Then we decided to adopt her, and she would live with me until we were married. Then we would all live together. Then he asked what we should call her, and I told him Sarah, meaning princess. She's our little princess. Every now and then she leaned into my chest for a closer hug, and when I gave it to him, she did the same thing. Then I held her up and asked God the Father to bless her completely and with fullness. The Scottish guy reminded me of the Lion King, and we both smiled, and then asked Uncle Lawrence to do the ceremony for her. Then 2 years later, she was running down the aisle of the congregation to go see a couple in the congregation we were close to, as she adored them and they adored her. Then she went over to see 2 of the older ladies, and then tugged at both me and the Scottish guy, asking when we are going to get married. So we can live with Papa too. So she can live with Papa too. We both smiled, and then we asked Uncle Lawrence if he would do the ceremony for engagement. Pink flower petals suddenly was on the floor of the aisle, and then there was a white rose canopy, and we both got engaged properly. Sarah was so happy, smiling. Another gap, and we walked back into the congregation after our honeymoon and marriage ceremony. And one of the ladies in the congregation was asking me how the honeymoon went. I said it was lovely and began telling all the details, and then I told her that I could be pregnant. A few months later, I came back to the congregation, and Sarah was next to Lawrence, quoting some scriptures. And then I felt a kick, and I began speaking to my child inside my belly. And I told my child, "Don't be jealous of your sister. You'll get your time too. Be patient now. Be good, wee one." And after that, another few months went by, and then as I was walking into the congregation, my water broke, and so I got rushed to the hospital, and then I was worrying about Sarah. But one of my good brothers in Messiah said he had Sarah, and off we went to the hospital. My husband was reassuring me as we got to the room. I got Sarah to wait with everyone in the hall. I was yelling at the hospital people because I wanted a female doctor, only female nurses, midwives, and female doctor. They sorted it out, and all women were in there apart from my husband, whom I wanted by my side, near me, so I could hold his hand. Then as the baby was born, I was told it was a son, and I asked God what I should name him, and he said Samson. And I asked my husband how he felt about the name and whether he wanted a middle name for him, and so we named him Samson Noah. We laughed, and then Peter brought Sarah in, and we told everyone what we named him, and they all laughed too. Then I had a word with Sarah and Samson. "Now, Samson, this is your sister. You are to be very nice to your sister, and when you get older, you will take care of her, like a brother should, and respect her. Be kind always, and respect each other, like a loving family will." And then I woke up.